Good night. Is it time again to say good night? Is it time to pay a visit to a most inviting place? A place not far away, how shall we say, in inner space? Yes, indeed, if you please, and letting go is all you need to feel free as can be, and perfectly at ease. Yes, now's the time for turning in, and here is the perfect place to begin. So just relax, let yourself go, and have some fun in the sun-warmed sand, out or in, to Sandman's land. You see, strange as it may seem, in is out and out is in as in a dream. And all is well as always when inside out turns outside in. Then Sandman's lands as near or far as a blink of an eye or a twinkling star. But all this blinking and thinking is all it would take to keep even a sleepyhead wide awake. Yet let's suppose you let your thoughts settle down and your eyes stay closed. Who knows? They might open wide inside instead. So close those eyelids, lightly but tight, if you know what I mean, and see if a sight that just seems to be seen could become a delightful dream, with all the good things that sleepy time brings. If you're as still can be, and keep right on breathing deeply, in and out and in, there's little doubt you'll understand all about this dreamy land. In each deep breath is sleep that goes to reach your fingertips and toes, in and out and in, as every breath you breathe goes deeper and deeper. Like magic, you'll be turned into a sleeper. All set? Let's set the scene for Sandman's land. Picture yourself all stretched out in soft white sand that's just so, you know, perfectly fine, bright as moonlight, warm as sunshine. What a treat for your hands and feet, shoveling down and shuffling around in the smooth and soothing sand. And you may as well play along as long as you can. Yet I'll bet you'll get sleepy-eyed so fast. The sights you see and sounds you hear at last will fade and disappear, till everything will make it plain. This sand has sleep in every grain. Now, as the sun sinks slowly out of sight, leaving a golden glow in the evening light, high up in the twilight sky, crowds of billowy, pillowy clouds drift by. A calm breeze gently stirs the summer air. Palm trees bend and sway this way and that, as playful shadows tease your hair. You're really getting into this letting go feeling. Going with the flow is so appealing. Sky and sea and sun-kissed sand all insist there's fun for everyone in this peaceful, blissful land. Fall fast asleep, they whisper. Fall fast asleep. And falling fast asleep feels so grand. Before a moment more has passed, you're sure to understand all the rest in store for you in Sandman's hazy, lazy land. Asleep or awake? By now, who can say? Such thoughts could make anyone drowsy all day. Or, what's more, it's quite all right if they make you snore all night. But listen, coming this way. Chuddin', 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 chuddin'. What's this humdrum droning sound you hear? Chuddin', 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 chuddin'. Sounds like a tractor may be near. Chuddin', chuddin', chuddin'. Could be something fun to do. Seems like a dream that's coming true. Chuddin', chuddin', chuddin'. Hey, what could this be that's heading your way? There, see? In your mind's eye, plain as day, it's a yellow bulldozer not 5 inches high. Though the dozer does look a lot like a toy, the fellow in the driver's seat has a really neat job anyone would enjoy. As a matter of fact, it's exactly the same as his favorite game. He stops his dozer and drops to the sand, and with legs small as your fingers stands nearly as tall as your hand. Still, all in all, it's clearly seeming someone here is merely dreaming. As you sleepily greet the little fellow hello, you feel the soft waves of a warm inner glow. Did you ever see such twinkly eyes, a smile as sunny and bright, or whiskers so downright funny? He's really quite a sight, all decked out in beachcomber's clothes, and out of his sandals poke 10 tiny toes. Add to that his sandy hair and handsome tan, and this can be none other than your old friend, Mr. Sandman. Or, if you're the sort, call him Sandy for short. He welcomes you with a wink and a smile in his most relaxed and laid-back style, and all the while from hand to hand his sand is shifting, just the way we see time pass in the sifting sand of an hourglass. Shh. That hushing sound is made by sand, shushing, rushing from his hand. As other sounds fade away, you just can hear Sandman softly say, "If you choose, I'll help you snooze till tomorrow's dawn is up and gone." You yawn and nod, so your choice is clear. Shh. Listen. What's this that you hear? It's his tiptoeing footsteps close by your ear. Those easy-going hands and this sifting, shifting sand let you know with a hush of a sound in a whispery way. It's high time you let go to call it a day. One touch of his sand, fine and dry, lightly brushes each tight-shut eye. As your eyelids grow heavy and you're all snug in your bed, that warm, tingly glow is starting to spread up past your eyebrows and over your head. This sand just seems so pillowy soft and powdery fine, like moonbeams that shimmer and shine without leaving a trace, light as a fluffy white cloud floating about in soft blue space. Feels like a merry-go-round is slowing down, and Sandman's fun has just begun. He'll sprinkle his sand from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, though not, of course, where you breathe through your nose. But first, here's some cotton. He'd almost forgotten to cotton your ears. Now, like summer rain on a window pane, the sounds all around sound so hushed and so deep, even night owls who don't give a hoot for falling asleep may find they won't mind if they're happily napping the night away. And in your breathings ebb and flow, your breaths come and go, like ocean waves whispering from far, far away, softly whispering night and day. They invite drowsiness in and let sleepiness stay. Breathing in, this drowsiness seeps way down deep, spreading sleep throughout, deep within. Breathing out like a breathy cloud on a wintry day, a little hint of a bit of fog hazily gathers overhead, then settles lazily as feathers down over your bed to leave you sleeping like a log. In and out, out and in. It feels so pleasing to your skin. breathe even more deeply, nice and easy, once or twice, inside and out, here and there. The sleepiness is everywhere. And now you really know without a doubt what Sandman's Land is all about. It's time to give up, to give in to his sleep, for Sandman is up on his dozer and down on his seat, easing a huge scoopful of sand, slowly but surely, up over your feet. And the cushion of sand beneath your feet feels so comfy and cozy. You're right if you think your foot on the right might almost be floating. It's feeling so light. All over this foot his warm sand flows, trickling down between your toes. It overflows around both sides, then piles up high and hides your heel. When it comes to feet, there's just no neater way to feel. And the more his magical sand keeps piling, the more and more you're sleepily smiling. With a quick shift of a lever, Sandman revs up the motor and lifts up the loader to its highest height, with only a little bit more to sift and pour until one foot's done, and 5 of your toes are tucked in for the night. Now you'll never have to wonder how he'll put this foot right under. Okay, it's safe to say if your right foot is the one that's done, it has to be your left that's left undone. So backs his dozer and starts in to doze by digging in deeper right up to its nose, and that scoop goes so slowly up over this foot and those leftover toes. Though overly loaded, overflowingly so, the dozer keeps going with all of its might. His sand is wonderfully special, all sparkly and bright, twinkling like starlight. It's a marvelous sight. As Sandman goes right on scooping, more than just your toes are drooping. It's all so real. It's loads of fun. There goes. You can feel both feet are done. Say, you can tell it's really neat, the way your toes and feet just fell asleep. And as the sleep-drenched sand drifts deeper still, the dozer shoves and fills and lifts and spills until loads 2 and 3 have cozily covered one sleepy knee. As carefully planned, push comes to shove again and again. Still, the sound you love most of all is when his sand from high above comes rushing down like a waterfall, with 4 more heaping fills and spills as you just keep on keeping still. Both your legs, you understand, are all cuddled up under a blanket of sand. Time after time the dozer comes and goes as it hums and slows in a lower gear. The way to dreamland is free and clear, and, as always, you find yourself there, just being here. Chuddin', 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 chuddin'. You're so totally relaxed by the dozer's low and lumbering drone. It's such a soothing sounding, slumbering tone. Chuddin', chuddin', chuddin'. This muffled, lulling, humming murmurs. Even deeper sleep is coming. Seems you'll just never get enough of this dreamy, drowsy stuff. But Sandman's work is not yet done. It'll only take a little to sprinkle your fingers one by one, and make quite sure that none is missed. Again he creeps handily back on his tracks and heaps sand on your hand, right up to your wrist. Here comes a load almost too big to be handled by such a tiny rig, and when the dozer gets loaded with all the sand it can hold, You know it's time to let go and let the sleepy times roll. Shifting back to the right, his scoop is lifting so fast, but the sand goes sifting down ever so slowly as Sandman takes it easy and makes the moment last. He'll dig one more big bucket to pour over this arm, and now with a showering rush, it's under a drift, feeling cozy and warm. Notice how everything seems to be slowing down to the beat of the dozy chud-chudding sound as Sandman swings around wide and brings more deepening sleep to your other side. A wave of sand washes over this hand, and its fingers and thumb also let go to let sleepy time come. Back and forth, to and fro, forth and back, high and low, his doll-sized dozer's slow hushed creeping means this arm too will soon be sleeping. Ah, yes, it's true. He's almost through, for both your hands and your arms are all snuggled up under Sandman's charms. Now, how many scoops must he shovel, at best, to top up your tummy and the rest of your chest? Say he fills every scoop and spills not a speck. Maybe 10, to spread his cover of sand on up to your neck? We shall see. 1. Hey, this is fun. 2. Like counting sheep to fall asleep. 3. 4. Bet you snore before he dumps 4 more. 5. 6. The old clock talks and ticks. 7. 8. It's getting late. 9. His blanket of sleep is feeling so fine. And 10. You're all tucked in, right up to your chin. A little here, a little there, a little twinkling in your hair. And finally, it's time for the finishing touch. So this must be the perfect place. Easy does it. Not too much, just a blush of his dream dust for your sleepy face. Softly on your cheeks and chin it goes, and lightly trickles down your brow, then slightly tickles your lips and nose. Wow, it all seems like a dream somehow. Even your ears have given in to the drowsiness now, and the dozy, drowsy sounds they hear seem no louder than a dozen downy feathers floating down soft as snowflakes, falling, falling, forever falling, that never make a sound. Another handful of sand is all it will take, until a marching band couldn't keep you awake. And now, who can tell whether your sleepy head is light as a feather, or heavy as lead? Well, Sandman knows. You're fast asleep from your head to your toes, so it's almost time for him to go. Time at last to turn out the light and be drifting on right out of sight. Before shifting his dozer and easing away, Sandman quite simply is pleased to say, sleep tight tonight. May your dreams be as bright as the light of the moon. But you can be sure he'll be seeing you soon, perhaps for a nap in the afternoon, or no later than tomorrow night. You're the #1 pick for his next round of sand, and that's a first-class ticket to Sandman's land. What could be better than a good night's sleep? What a beautiful way to be all ready for a brand new day. So away Sandman goes, here and there, near and far, dozing off on his dozer as it follows a star. Yet sure as the sun rises and sets, Sandman never, ever forgets what a wonderful friend you are. Good night. It is time again to say